Alright, I'm good to go. Am I recording? Okay, I'm good to go. Episode 2 is underway. I'm gonna start out with some local music. I can't find the song I wanted to play, so we're gonna go to one of my favorites.
Niggas I be with every day, know what the fuck I be on, nigga. RU shit, nigga. Money team like Floyd, nigga. CG shit, Krug God, J Gang, nigga. Two break over everything, big Fredo turn. Hey, you don't know me, nigga. Got my hands dirty for this role I got on me, nigga. Bitch ain't shit sweet about me, I'm quick to show a nigga. Better off robbing your mama, cause I ain't going, nigga. Ran it up myself, I don't owe a nigga. Main niggas talking down, it be the brokest niggas. Best crud in the city. What you smoking, nigga? Nah, I'm laughing, but I ain't joking, nigga. I ain't acting, bitch, I ain't lacking. You see it poking, nigga. Fuck, nigga. You was not a killer, you not a gorilla. Yes, I pop jiggers. If you want them, I got them, come get them. These ain't ball mains, but I got six in my trigger. I think we need some gold medals. My niggas winning. Bitch, my niggas working. Why you niggas chilling? You ain't got no chicken, you niggas missing dinners. Bitch, I had a bag when niggas used to ride spinners. I give you a job, nigga. I'm mob tied, nigga. 2B, I slide with them. Heat, I'ma ride with them. These niggas ain't my niggas. I'm your bitch side nigga. Fucking up the city like I'm Godzilla. I been on my grind, getting that workout like P90. Nigga told you he took something from me, he lying. I know these fuck niggas hate to see me shining. I think these fuck niggas wish they can be like me. I ain't never ran from no nigga in my fucking life, but I ran my bands up, nigga, you motherfucking right. Niggas wanna get into it, we can meet up tonight. Pull up and get ice, nigga, fuck a fight. Or you try to beef with.
It's not Fredo. We're back. Episode 2. Michael Cox podcast. We got a great response to the first episode. Shout out everybody who's watched it, listened to it on SoundCloud, and Buzz something. Yeah. Buzzsprout. Shout out Buzzsprout and shout out SoundCloud. So back on another episode. The last episode went way longer than I wanted it to go. But again, we got a good response. I think we did like 55 minutes. We're gonna try to cut that in half if possible, but we'll see. And I feel like I have some audio issues, so I'm trying to make sure the mic is more louder this episode. So yeah, that's what we on. And I'm making sure I'm looking at this Podmaster audio like I'm supposed to. But yeah, we're here. Let's talk about the weekend. What did we do this weekend? I had to work. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, great segue. So I had to work. What time did I work? I think we were work at 6:30 in the morning Saturday. Work was work. Then I went to a family member's birthday party. Shout out my aunt. My aunt is the only person who makes sure. I ain't gonna say the only person, because she's one of the people who makes sure I eat on the holiday. With my granny being gone. So shout out to my aunt. Went to her surprise birthday dinner, and my cousin Rhonda, she told me to send her the podcast. I sent it to her. So I pulled Rhonda in the kitchen because I noticed it was a lot of dishes in the kitchen that I wasn't really familiar with. I just seen chicken and spaghetti. So my first plate was chicken and spaghetti. So second plate, I knew I was gonna get some more spaghetti, but I seen something in the pot, and I really try not to eat pork. So I asked my cousin, yo, what's this? And she was like, oh, them oxtails. You should try them. Never had oxtails before, but I'm like, what the hell? I'll give it a try. When I tell you guys, these oxtails were amazing. Shout out to family friend, I can't think of her name, but I have been told the last 6 holidays how good her food was, and definitely did not definitely did not disappoint. I am plotting on a personal pan or pot of oxtails. I need some more immediately. So shout out to them. Again, the birthday party went through. Uh, it was a success. Shout out to Michigan State. Y'all know I'm a Michigan State fan. Michigan State definitely beat Michigan this weekend. I don't remember the score. I think I watched like the last quarter. So yeah, shout out to Michigan State. They definitely beat the Wolverines. But we was trash in football, so hopefully we can keep it together. What else have? Oh, the fights. Shout out to Tank. He definitely won the fight. Let me look at my list. Tank definitely won the fight. The fight was in DC. Shout out to Meek Mill. Almost getting into a fight at the fight in the crowd. I don't know what's up with you rappers trying to fight boxers, but I fuck with Meek, but I don't think that would have been a smart idea on his part to try to fight at the Tank fight. But I didn't bet on the fight. I definitely did an NFL parlay that did not go my way yesterday, but it was only a little 10 ball. But I definitely me personally, I feel like Tank was not. I felt like he was not motivated. I was watching before the fight in the locker room. He was with Gilly. He was just doing a whole bunch of laughing. Gilly was recording, and he was in the background. Like, I just didn't feel like he was focused. I was wrong, but I was just hoping that he didn't take no L because it just didn't seem like he was locked in the way I would have wanted him to be locked in. But definitely got it done in the 8th round. I think it was a lot of people that was mad because they bet he was going to knock Buddy out in the 9th, but he caught him with a good punch, and Buddy said he couldn't see. So I was just like, you gotta hit somebody pretty hard for a motherfucker to be like, they can't see no more. So that definitely that definitely was a problem or issue. But yeah, Tank definitely got it done. I guess that sets up the big fight that everybody been waiting for. Tank against, I don't know Buddy's name because I'm not really a big boxing fan, which I know I'm talking about. I guess De La Hoya is promoting it, and they already signed the contract for April, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, shout out to Tank. Anything else that I did yesterday? Yesterday again, I went to church, of course. Shout out to Dre. Definitely one of the people who I don't mind shouting on this podcast. Gave my guy and his family a lift to the airport. He is in Mexico with the fam. Shout out to them. One of my favorite couples, Dre and his lovely wife. And Lil Dre. But shout out to them. Took them to the airport. Then I went to church. Church is church. It's like work. Knocked that out. And pretty much just chilled the rest of the day yesterday. I know my Sunday routine, but I was tired, so I didn't do the pod on the Sunday. So we are filming on Monday today. Just trying to give y'all the pod because y'all like the first one. And again, it's appreciated because I be BSing so much with putting out content. I haven't even shot a skit. I got some skits in mind that I want to do this week. We'll see if they get completed, but I haven't even did a skit. So I actually need to take some stuff on my car. I got like some, I'm not going to say a poster board, but I got some boards in the car so I can like start writing down my goals so I can actually see them and know what I have to do this week. So yeah, that was pretty much the weekend. Definitely looking forward to this week. Should be a good week. We're definitely off to a good start, but back with another episode. In the last episode, I touched on yearly review, like who had a good year last year, who I want to see have a good year this year. Just as far as like artists or athletes or just people doing something. Again, this podcast is not like a big podcast. If it ends up being a big podcast, then so be it. But I just think it's something dope to do. I think I started originally doing it before the wave of podcasts just like went crazy. But like now, everybody and their mom got a podcast, want to start a podcast. Um, all right, want to inquire about starting a podcast, and it's just like just my advice would be just to do it. If you want to be not even just podcasting, if you want to be a makeup artist or a nail tech or start a clothing line or just like do whatever you see other people doing, I just say give it a shot and try to make your podcast stand out than all the rest. Like again, this one, I got segments. I got Funko Pop News, which we gonna get into. I got Porn Star of the Week, and then I just fill y'all in with what I got going on, and not necessarily just staying on current events or just speaking about certain topics because it's just like I don't know. I just kind of like to be sporadic. There's nothing wrong with structure, but I don't know. Just again trying to just stay separate from what I feel like everybody else is doing. So I would just say, yeah, like make that leap. I would. There's some people that I have in mind. I see them trying to start a podcast, and I definitely hope that they give it a shot. And if it's not something that you can keep up or want to, because it is a lot of hectic, it's a lot of work, especially when you're doing it by yourself. You know, just give it that try. You definitely don't need. I'm not knocking nobody's hustle. Let me say this. That I just seen a post that said, does somebody have a location where I could film a podcast twice a week and on the weekend? Y'all see me, I'm at the crib. Like, somebody hit me up on Facebook once today, do I have a studio? I used to have a studio at the store when I had my own store downtown Ipsy. And it's like, oh, yeah, you got a studio. And I'm like, yeah, I have a studio, but I'm not an engineer. I don't rent out, my studio space or whatever. It's like you have to invest in yourself. I bought all of this podcast stuff, I think, my last year, the year just ended 2 years ago. I've been had these podcast mics, everybody can order everything off Amazon. I think I just went to Guitar Center and just spent a crap load of money. These mics don't cost a lot. You don't even have to people be thinking they need to have the most expensive stuff, and that's false. You can definitely just order you like a bundle off Amazon or Guitar Center. They'll probably come with mics, mic stand. My GoPro camera is right here. This is my trusty Dusty. It needs to be charged, but you don't even have to have like a DSLR. I got two DSLRs. I got a Lumix, which is 4K. I'm thinking about buying another Lumix. So that'll be two Lumixes in 4K. I got a Canon. It's not a 4K camera, but it still get the job done. GoPro is 4K. I got another GoPro at Coley's house. Shout out to Coley. I told him if he don't get to using it, I'm gonna take it back. So that's four. That's four cameras. I'm definitely like dialed back, like buying Jordans or just like frivolous items that I feel like I didn't need, just wasting money that I could have been investing in the craft. Again, I told them to get an counter on here. What else? Oh, shout out to the app Fiverr. You download the Fiverr app. They can help you with like logos, any type of services, YouTube, intro videos, logos. Just they got pretty much everything on Fiverr. So you can definitely get on Fiverr and look to see if you can find something that'll help you with whatever, clothing line or whatever you want to do. It's definitely a good app to have. What else would you need? Ring light. Everybody, shout out to the OnlyFans community. Everybody got a ring light. Sometimes it's just helpful with pictures or video or just lighting or whatever. So it definitely helps. So I would suggest investing in a ring light. What else? Oh, I got these speakers. you don't really need some big speakers. I had a charge, JBL charge, but it broke. I definitely need another one. I think that was like $80. I think they told me. So it's just you can have a little small setup. Again, I think the cheapest 4K camera, don't quote me, is the GoPro. So GoPro or your podcast don't necessarily have to have audio and video. You can have audio first, and then if you feel like you're building attraction and you want people to see, then have video. It just seems like people don't really care for audio. I don't want to lie. Everybody's different. Because I listen to podcasts and I watch. So I guess it all depends. It all depends somewhat. So yeah, you can go from there. But definitely don't take much to start a podcast. Definitely, it's definitely something that I think is dope, and I see people trying to get into. So yeah, definitely don't let nobody discourage you. It's a new year. We were talking about goals, New Year's resolutions. So I didn't even get into that. This was just something that I just got on myself and was like, I need to put out more content when it's coming to the skits and the videos and just being creative. I was told to talk about, or I think make it a conscious decision to talk about, depression and anxiety more on the pod because it's something that the Black community doesn't touch on more. I have podcast notes, but I think every episode I want to do the suicide hotline. I'm gonna shout out the suicide hotline number. It's 1-800-273-8255 or text 988 for the suicide hotline number. I post it on Facebook maybe once a week. Maybe I could post more, but it's definitely something that we deal with a lot because you can know somebody who's struggling and going through something. That's my thing. I'm just a great segue. I called my cousin Asia, who was my little cousin, but she kind of like, my daughter in a sense. I call her every Saturday and check on her. We was just chopping up about how, sometimes you don't really call our family members as much as you should. And we always make up a little stupid excuse of why we don't, but I just think it should develop in a habit that you check on your family members more, even if y'all don't link or like plan to link, or let's say y'all only around each other for like a family reunion or Big Mama's birthday or something of the sort. For sure, work on calling your family members more and reaching out to them. So I definitely call Asia every Saturday, either before work or when I get off, just to check on her and see what she's doing, just because that's my homie and we like super locked in. I got a granny, I think my last granny, because my main granny passed and my other granny passed. So my mom's dad who passed, his wife, she's still alive. She's in Chicago. I definitely need to get in the habit of calling her more. I call my boss, Aunt Mildred. I definitely call her when I need to get in the habit of calling people more. So that's something I'm for sure trying to work on every month. It's just reaching out to family members. It's just, again, if we can't link, just call them. Because again, you never know what somebody's going through. Somebody could be, people just assume because they're seeing somebody post on social media that everything is good, and I don't agree with that. Somebody could be on a bridge about to jump off of an interstate bridge, and they post on social media making it seem like everything is good, and that can be totally false. But don't go off of, I see such and such posting, are they good, or what the keen eye sees. Social media is so fickle and fake, and everybody's trying to put on a facade or a show like everybody's life is not in shambles. Or that meme when the dog is at the kitchen table and there's fire all around, and he like, yo, this is fine. So I know other people who's going through stuff. So definitely check on people more. Shout out to Breeze. I don't know. Breeze has moved. He's been plotting on moving since last year. He was plotting on moving. I wanted him to change his mind, he definitely did not change his mind. Breeze has moved to Arizona. We supposed to do an interview before he left, but it definitely did not happen. He came over. We came over and watched the game. What game did we watch? I don't remember what game he was watching. He was just plotting on FanDuel, trying to put some bets in. And I was like, yo, let's get the interview in now. He actually said, let's get the interview in now, but I was not trying to be like on like business. I was just like, no, we can just chill and watch the game. It's cool. We get the interview in another day. And then time didn't pass, and my homie didn't. He left at 3 this morning. I texted him. He said he made it to Arizona safe, so definitely want to shout out my guy. He ain't wasting no time. Again, it's January. He had a goal that he missed last year, so he won it this year. So I'm wishing him nothing but success. As a friend, I'm hating a little bit. I hope it don't. I mean, I'm gonna be candid. I hope it don't go well so he come back. But that's just the hater in me. I definitely hope everything work out, and that's just another place for me to visit, knowing I got somewhere to go when I go to Arizona. So again, shout out to my guy. He just shot a video. He just did a feature. Airs Saturday. I don't know if they finished the video or not, but yeah, shout out to Breeze. Again, if you haven't watched that Jason Tatum video, y'all go check it out. Make sure I'm touching on everything, because I know we have to do Porn Star of the Week and we have to do Funko Pop News. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. The females, I've been trying to show love to the female artists. I want to show love to the female artists. Cashmere, I think that's her rap name. I don't want to be misquoted. But Cashmere, I definitely trying to link with her to an interview. She just dropped the EP. So I definitely wanted to shout it out. Is it called Talking Cash? Is that the single? Or is that the EP? I don't want to be misquoted. Let me go ahead and go to credit card bags. See if I can get to the link. Yeah, I guess Talking Cash is the name of the EP. Yes, and it's on Apple Music. So make sure it's Cashmere with 2 H's and 2 E's. We didn't bump into each other a couple times. She didn't came to Detail Art and shopped, and she's came to my new job and she shopped. So definitely support the female artists. Cashmere, she's dope. Again, Key Banks, I want to shout Key Banks out because the video that she did, it looked phenomenal. And I know she took a little break doing music, but now she back doing music. I want to shout out Wanye. I definitely didn't shout Wanye out last pod. So my people will definitely want to get back to producing music in 2023. Wanye is definitely one of those artists. We talked about Cole. Who else did we talk about? We talked about Trench Boy Wine. Shouted out Jinx. Any artists I'm forgetting about that I want to have a phenomenal year. I want to talk about Ari Lennox, because they said this is Ari Lennox's last tour. And I'm frustrated because I know she has a problem with like fame, like sort of like damn, not SZA. What's old girl's name?
Summer Walker.
Thank you. Summer Walker. And you know, I don't want Ari Lennox to stop touring. I've definitely seen Ari Lennox's first. I went to her first tour and it was phenomenal. I wish I could think of. I was just having a conversation. I can't think of her opening acts. It was the same producers that made her album, but definitely looking forward to Ari Lennox. I didn't get my ticket yet. It's definitely something I need to do. And Jill Scott announced her tour. I would definitely want to check that out. I seen Erykah Badu. I wouldn't mind seeing Erykah Badu again. Definitely want to see Ari Lennox and Jill Scott this summer. It needs to be plotted. Shout out to everybody who already taken trips. I've seen some of y'all. Some of y'all went to the fight in DC this weekend. The way my PTO is set up, I I can't get the moving around just yet, but I'm trying. So if you already taking trips, man, I salute you because traveling is definitely something that I would like to do more this year. Because COVID definitely hated 2 years ago when when I had the freedom to just move around crazy like I wanted to. But yes, all right, Linus. Oh, and again, shout out Lola Brooke. I only play music that I know YouTube is not gonna trip about in the intro. So I'd rather just play like local music or like some music that I've made that y'all pretty much didn't pay attention to, or some unreleased music. Shout out Lola Brooke. Her song is hard, and she just dropped a second single. I don't think it's officially out yet. Maybe it was like a teaser, but I think it's like stupid dope. Um, y'all pay attention to Lola Brooke and everything that she got going on. I think I got a couple minutes. I'm trying to make sure I'm touching everything that I want to talk about. It was announced a couple minutes before the camera out. The Air Jordan 12 Cherry might come out in 2023. I might. I don't know if I would do it as a segment, but it's definitely a shoe that I feel like I need back in my collection. Um, I was talking about sneakers because I haven't caught no sneakers in a minute. I watched that Complex interview and they said that they feel like the most overhyped sneaker was the Panda, and I'm kind of like out of the sneaker loop with me now, working at DTLR no more. But if those Jordan 12 cherries drop, I definitely need a pair. I think I sold my pair at DP when I sold. I think I sold like 4 pair of Jordans, and I definitely should not have sold them in pair. I was so salty. But again, we was talking. Sometimes you just get in predicament, and you just gotta get rid of some stuff that you feel like you holding so high and valuable. But I've learned that it's just stuff like it's just material stuff. You can get it back, or you can get something better. So we shouldn't hold on or just feel like, oh, I'm gonna die if I can't get if I have to sell something. Like no, if you get in the jam, sometimes that you gotta make a move that you may necessarily not want to make. But I need them Jordan 12s, 11 and a half. Shout out to all the resellers, just in case I might be able to. I might not be able to get them if they sell out. And I want to talk about how the lottery is at almost $1 billion for tomorrow's drawing. Do I still got it in here? A lottery pool group in, I don't want to be misquoted. A lottery pool group just won $1 million, and I keep telling my family and my friends we need to start a lottery pool. I don't care if it's, I can't say at church. I don't care if it's at church, at work, with my friends. Like we cannot keep playing. In Traverse City, see, shout out to my notes. Michigan ER staff wins $1 million Powerball prize. I'm not sure how many people was in the lottery pool. I know they said everybody walked away with like 13 bands. Now, there had to be a bunch of people if they all even walked away with 13 bands. I would start a lottery pool, but it can't be hella people to where I'm only getting 13,000. I'm not gonna cap. That would have pissed me off a little bit. Like, you can run up 13 bands by yourself. But I'm not knocking them. I'm not doing a lottery pool. But 13 bands, I don't know. But it's definitely at like 1 billion. I definitely need to remember to grab a couple tickets. I was out earlier at the gas station and Buddy was in front of me, bought like 50. And I'm just like, yo, you hold up the line. Our lottery ticket players at these party stores just be in the line for like 3 hours. I just want to pay for my Gatorade and get out of line. Like, what's the deal? 30 seconds on my video. We will take an intermission. Y'all know this podcast is sponsored by the Mike C Collection, Team Bless, Asshole Society, Boulevard Boys, Clothesline. Definitely in my Boulevard Boys. Somebody said something about me promoting Porn Star of the Week. And my God, is my boss hoodie. A second ago. I laughed. That was funny. So 2 seconds intermission. I talked about last episode why relationships don't last. I got, some feedback. Some people were saying I should have had a married couple on the podcast to talk about that. Or assuming, y'all was just assuming that I'm not in a relationship. Y'all was just assuming that I'm not in a relationship to give no good relationship advice. I know a lot of podcasts talk about relationships and sex, and this is not what that podcast is for. It's always gonna be sporadic and just talking about a plethora of things. But I do feel that's the reason relationships don't last is because y'all are just being physical and not spending quality time with each other. It could be, and I think we think so big, like, oh, we gotta go on a helicopter date, or we gotta go to what's up, expensive ass restaurant, Mr. Childs. I can't have a brain fart. Or something that's so big when you can just get on like Pinterest and have a damn living room day, or get some art canvases and have paint night. Like it's just like little simple stuff like that. I think women just enjoy a guy making an effort. I had a female associate say like, "Oh, you always posting about filling up a girl's gas tank or doing the dishes or surprising her with flowers. Flowers is my bag. That's super even something as small as that. Flowers are you can get some flowers for you can get a dozen roses for like $6 from Kroger. Yeah, it's just the little stuff that just shows a woman that you think about her or you care about her. Even she cash up. If you know she has to get up early for work, you just send her a good little 5, 10 ball for some coffee. Because you know she's gonna get some coffee if that's in her everyday routine to do that. You just gotta get creative. I feel, but I definitely feel like that's what's lacking. And the last episode, I talked about how somebody got back to me and told me about they heard what they heard somebody told them about my dick facts, and I thought that was hilarious because again, it's only a select few of people who then bumped into me in that sentiment. I'm not really one of these people who just be out here bumping into everybody in that category. Like we either got to be talking. Just was having this conversation with somebody. I'm not a one night stand guy. I can't go to. We're using Men Like Us because that's like the local spot where everybody goes to. I can't go to Men Like Us and just go to the bar and just go home with somebody. It either has to be somebody who I've already seen online and thought, oh, they cute or they're attractive or they fine. I had a like mini crush on them, or it's just not gonna work. Like the our body chemistry is gonna be off, so it's not gonna make for great sex. I think that's another thing. Cause I always hear about how y'all say y'all gotta be drunk or high to be physical with somebody. And I just think in them senses that maybe y'all don't want to do it. Maybe that's why you have to be high or drunk because you're making yourself want to do something with somebody that you necessarily wouldn't. And now maybe that's why we just got so many kids floating around because y'all not making the best decisions with a not sober mind. But what the hell do I know? I just know that is not my bag at all. Um, so yeah, but I just thought it was funny that Shorty told me that. Again, I'm not gonna speak on my dick facts. It's just like shit. If you know, you know. I think it's hilarious, and that had made a segue to like if is it cool to still be cool with an ex? Me personally, I take loyalty. I've been talking about this all week, like being loyal to people. I have a few friends. Shout out to James. I always talking about me and James been friends for like what 25 years. I have another person who I've been cool with for 20 years. I've been cool with Josh for 20 years. Um, who else? Well, Brandon, my big brother, Brandon Powder. I've known him since I was 8. Yeah, I say no new friends, but I don't attest to that. Shout out to Coley. I didn't grow up with Coley, but we like hella cool. So when it comes to me still being cool with certain people who, the relationship may not have went the way that I wanted it to go, or vice versa, I don't feel like y'all should be beefed up, especially with my last situation. We still cool. I don't feel like I don't have a beef with none of the people who I've dated in the past, whether it ended good or bad. I feel like we both grown, so we should be able to act accordingly. I would never be on the timeline throwing dirt or salt on somebody who I dealt with in the past. I just feel like that is just super tacky and this is not cool. But I see it a lot because you never know what life got in store for you or them, and shit, you may need them in a messed up situation. You could, who knows, you can get a flat and ain't nobody answering the phone, and you buy where they live. Shit, you might need to hit them up, and then they gonna remember, y'all, you was on BS, throwing salt on their name or just being super disrespectful, and now you need them. That's the one thing. Now, some people I am super disrespectful with because I don't care if I'm gonna need them or not. But you never know when you never know when life is gonna life. I think the mom of Moesha, Cheryl, she just had an interview with the mom of a sister, Jackie, and she was saying how when they were the best actresses in the '90s, they were nice to the people bringing them their scripts because you never know where life is going to lead them. Sherry said that the lady who was bringing her strips, she was so nice to her. And now fast forward to 2022, she like a big producer in Hollywood. As in Jackie, y'all remember Jackie was the shit back in the day, fine as hell. I don't remember what show she was on because I was born in '88, 227 or whatever. Y'all do your research. Besides, I was because like if when she got on Sister, I think she was like toward the end on like the decline. But before that, I think she won beauty pageants, like all type of shit. The guy who wrote, damn, what's that? What is that? Damn, Blackish, the creator of Blackish. He used to bring her scripts, and she said she used to be so rude to him, such an asshole to him, and now she regretted it because I'm sure she didn't even remember being rude to Buddy. I'm sure she probably went to an audition, and he probably was just like next, and she probably got offended, like, yo, I'm a vet in the game. We didn't even really let me audition. What do you mean next? And he's like, yo, you forgot? Like she's like, forgot what? Like back in the day, I used to bring you a script, and you used to be so rude to me. And like now you need to be on my movie. You need to be on my TV show. So that's definitely something I'm trying to get better at. Not saying I'm just a dick to everybody, but definitely treat the janitor the same way that you would treat the CEO because you just never know what could happen. Life be life, and so definitely a gym. There's something to take in consideration. Funko Pop news. This is a great week. Funko Pop news. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg just had a pop up shop in Inglewood where he was selling a bunch of Funko Pops, and he came out with his own Funko Pop. I think one of them, he's in a Pittsburgh Steeler uniform. I don't really like that one. Um, Not really a Pittsburgh Steeler fan like that. But the other one, he's holding a basketball and he in a Laker jersey. I for sure want that one. I didn't follow up and go to Walgreens and get Jubilee. It's been a week. It's definitely on my list of things to do. I need to go get that Jubilee. But shout out to Snoop. Any other podcast news? I mean, Funko Pop news that I seen. Oh, I wish I would stop jocking my style. So we'll get into that. Every episode, I'm gonna pop my shit a little bit. When did everybody start liking Chucky? Like one of y'all bags, y'all love to call me weird just because I don't follow the norm or every other trend. Um, no, I'm not. I haven't invented none of this stuff that I like to do, but I'm seeing y'all jump in the bags that y'all caught us up making fun of me for. I've been a trailblazer with a lot of stuff. I think that's I teeter the line of cocky and arrogance and asshole quite well. But not everybody want Chucky dolls. Like if y'all can, I'm blocking that Chucky. But like when did y'all get this infatuation with Chucky? I've been liking Chucky since I was 8 years old. My granny hid was that Child's Play 2? I think I no, it was Bride of Chucky. I think I bought it. I think we had it on VHS, and my granny like tried to throw it out. But I see y'all, man. Like, man, cut it out. And there's people who like kind of got like secret animosity with me for. I mean, again, I know why for whatever reason, but y'all gone. Not everybody like Chucky, and not all y'all like Funko Pops. But I was weird. Um, I was the weird guy a couple years ago. Like, y'all need to go on, bro. Y'all won't let me have nothing. So like I said, let me start going to buy Bratz dolls or something, and then y'all gonna be like, oh, that nigga buy Bratz dolls, and then y'all gonna start doing it. Like I can't have nothing. And shout out to the people who do acknowledge that I made something hot or trendy, because again, I made wrestling popular around here. Y'all was just the person who always pointed out that I made wrestling hot around here. I made the Monday Night Raw mixtape or EP. And then King Coley, shout out my guy King Coley. He want to stop promoting wrestling, but I'm not going to let it happen. Then King Coley just came and just took the torch and just ran off. But yeah, I'll take that. And then Funko Pops. Shout out to, I just got told I have to shout out to many people, but I acknowledge the people who call me when y'all go on vacation or y'all go on trips. Even if we like cool or not that cool, people will take a picture and send it to me on Facebook Messenger like, yo, I'm in Florida and I'm at the Funko Pop store and I thought of you. I think that's dope. Even though I'm not in my Funko Pop bag as much as I used to be, um, I just think that's dope to just be acknowledged for, trailblazing something. But y'all be trying to act like I don't, I don't be out here setting these waves, man, or these trends. I pay homage, man. Anyway, Funko Pop. That's the Funko Pop news. What else we got? I'm trying to see if I'm forgetting anything. Touched on that. Talk about porn star of the week. Go ahead and porn star of the week. I don't know these actors' names in the scene. If I just have to name somebody, I will. But the actors named in the scene, see, that ain't even the scene that I was watching. The actors in the scene, I don't know if their names is on there or not. But if I just have to pick, so I'm gonna see if I can find the names. If I can't, then I'm gonna just name a random person. Is it in the comments? I don't even see it in the comments. That's pissing me off. I don't know. But okay, it's on xnxx.com. This was the porn scene of the week that I caught my eye after that. I went through like 20 pages. The title of the scene is "Gorgeous Girl Gets a Good Fuck by a Big Cock." Black girl, she got braids, she thick. I'm pretty sure it's BBL, and she got fake tits. But I don't know her name. If you know her name, leave it in the comments. That's definitely a porn scene of the week because I can't, don't know who she is to shout her out as an actress. Anything else coming up this week besides the big Powerball tomorrow? I'm not really sure. We did suicide hotline. We shouted that out. Really trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. Do I have anything coming up? I don't have no DJ gigs. If you need a DJ, if you have previously booked me, if you know somebody who booked me, or actually y'all booked me, I need some gigs. January. Definitely looking forward to rocking the party. Shout out to Sharon. I know she is expecting, so I don't think she's about to have a party no time soon. I need to hit up Lo, and I'm about to make a post. Lo just had her second son. Shout out to her, and she said as soon as she shot that baby, we was turning up because I did her last birthday party and it was phenomenal. So Lo, I'm gonna clip this clip and I'm gonna send it to you. It's time to throw another party. I don't know if it's you just want to have a I'm not pregnant no more party, or I don't know when your birthday is, but let's get it going. I got some ideas to start throwing some brunches. I think that'd be dope around here, or maybe in Arizona with Josh. Me and Josh are plotting. Shout out Slim Jackson. We are definitely plotting on stuff because Slim is in Atlanta. There's a lot of good things to look forward to. I'm definitely done posting ideas on social media because y'all for sure be out here just taking somebody's idea and acting like it was yours. That's why I didn't even say I was gonna start podding again because again I'm seeing so many of y'all saying y'all want to start podcasts, which is nothing wrong with it. Again, just make sure your podcast stands out um, to the next one so you can get traction and people for sure can tune in to yours and yours don't be like another one. That's my whole thing. I listen to a lot of Joe Budden podcasts and I don't want to be on here trying to have like the same format. But again, it's a solo podcast, so it's different. So I'm trying to make sure it's original, and I'm just feel like I'm not copying off the next podcast. I was about to segue and I totally lost it. But yeah, if I don't have no gigs, I don't have no gigs in January. I definitely got hit up about a gig. If y'all was to ask, my favorite genre is like New Jack Swing or like 80s R&B, 90s R&B. Like that's my bag. I just did a Sweet 16 where I had to play a whole bunch of Skillet Baby and Big Key. Who else they kept telling me to play? Like I'm 35, I know I listen to everything, but I don't be knowing some of these artists' name. It was just a bunch of young NBA young boy. I played a bunch of Dirt. Or it just depends. But that's my bag. I love New Jack Swing and like that 80s R&B. I was listening to Pandora yesterday. Shout out to Anita Baker Pandora. I don't know who was programming these songs last night, but they need a raise. If Pandora had a cash app, I would cash app them right now because last night or yesterday I was just got off work and I just want to chill, listen to Pandora. They damn near played every perfect song like back to back. I had one skip last night, but other than that, every song they played back to back was just perfect. So if you listen to Pandora and you need a suggestion on what station to listen to Anita Baker's Pandora station. Is the best. I promise you. You might get one maybe two skip. You listen to some fast songs or upbeat songs. A slow song may come in and throw you off, so you might have to skip it. But other than that, Anita Baker Pandora station is phenomenal. Anything else before I get off of here? I don't think that's pretty much it for episode 2. Let me know how I did in the comments like y'all did in episode 1. Hopefully we make it to episode 3. Hopefully my ADHD or my procrastination or laziness does not get in the way of that. Make sure y'all pray for somebody. Again, we're going to get the suicide hotline number one more time because, again, you never know what somebody's going through. So I'm going to make sure I do that. 1-800-273-8255 or text 988. Again, suicide hotline number. We can all help prevent suicide. The Lifeline provides 24/7 free and confidential support for people in distress, prevention, and crisis resources for you or your loved ones, and best practices for professionals. Definitely love on somebody, man. Hug somebody, call somebody, tell them you love them, check on them. Um, I don't know, man. I guess that's it. Episode 2. I don't really got a lot going on this week, and not a lot went on this past week. I can't recall too much. Again, Michigan State beat Michigan. Oh, today is the national championship game. It's Georgia. Again, I'll probably watching this like I should know, but I don't. It's Georgia versus somebody. TCU versus University of Georgia. I'm gonna check the odds on FanDuel. I don't really have a horse in the race. I'm pretty sure Georgia's gonna win, but I know as far as that bag, if TCU win, then the odds is probably gonna be so crazy that bag is gonna be kind of nice. So maybe I'll check in next episode and let y'all know if I watch the game or not. I probably will if I don't really have nothing else to do. That's why I did this episode early so I can get it out the way. But signing out episode 2, Michael Cox Podcast. Y'all know I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, all that BS. Check for Charlotte in a minute.